Hi, and welcome to week 12 of the semester. I wanted to go ahead and just kind of look ahead and see what's going on for this week. So you have two things to do, your social media journal 3 and your reading response. If you notice, the reading response is due April 6th. The journal is due April 9th. And then also looking ahead just a little bit for next week, the ethical digital presentation, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. So if you want to start working on that this week, then you can, since these two are not very time consuming. So make sure that you do read the required readings. You will need those for your reading response 3. So if you look at our assignments tab, let's look at reading response. Well, let's go and look at social media first. The third one, you must make at least one attempt at interacting with each of the 5 people in your PLN. So those 5 people that you followed for your PLN 2 assignment, go ahead and make an attempt at interacting with them. You can make a comment to them or you can ask them a question. We're trying to get them to communicate with us. So question may be a little bit easier to have them respond to you, but if you just want to make a comment, that's fine too. So your assignment actually is going to turn in each communication and discuss if they responded and what they said. Some people have had very good response to this, and other students have struggled a little bit. You know, they may only get 1 or 2 of the 5 to respond to them. So if that happens to you, I understand, but just tell me what you said to them, how you interacted. You can include screenshots, but this will require a written paper to submit as well. So that's this week, and you might want to go ahead and make contact with them early on in the week so it gives them a couple of days to respond to you. So don't badger them or anything, but just send them one time, maybe 2-time thing, respond back and forth if they do communicate. I do understand if they don't get back to you too, because those people, especially with a lot of followers, they get a lot of tweets to them and things like that. So they may not be as responsive as someone who doesn't have as many followers. So just take that into consideration. The second thing is our reading response. So your third reading response, I gave you a template. It's right here. It looks like this. And basically you're going to read chapter 12 in the 2 articles that I gave you. You're going to pick 5 topic ideas or concepts from the assigned readings that interest you. So you will list those topics here in this column. Then you will give details from the texts about those topics. Do not quote. I should see no direct quotes, but summarize what you found about each one of those, and then a personal response to each one of them. How does it connect to you? So make sure that you use correct in-text citations. That will be in the details column. So when you are summarizing what you found, make sure to use correct in-text citations. You do not have to include a reference list at the end. I will know that you're talking about our 3 readings for this week. So I went ahead and gave you the articles here as well as in the module. And then the last thing I want to talk to you, those are the 2 things that are due this week. The last thing I want to talk to you about is the ethical digital literacy presentation. And this is something that you will be doing a recording on. I don't care if you have video on it, but I do want to be able to hear your voice, so you would give the presentation like you would be giving to students. So with this being a completely online course, then you are going to have to record yourself and upload that video. If you look, I gave you lots of examples of what you could do a presentation on: plagiarism, evaluating resources, internet safety, copy fair use, social networking, digital etiquette, computer literacy, terminology usage. Those are suggestions. If there's another issue that you would prefer to talk about that falls into this category, then feel free to do that. If you want to run it by me first, just send it to me and I'll let you know if that sounds appropriate for this assignment or not. And then you're going to create a presentation. You can create it in PowerPoint or a Prezi or whatever works for you, something that you might use in your classroom. And so it gives you the first slide would be the title of the presentation. Then you're going to use one standard from AASL, and I gave you 5.2 might be a good one to use. And then you're going to do one state standard also. Then you will include your objective for the presentation, and then give your presentation. For the presentation, you can give them the information, and then you need to include an activity that you might do with them. So basically, it's a 10-minute presentation, be like a 10-minute lesson that you may give to the students who visit your library. If you want, you can openly license this, and I can share it with the rest of our class, so it might be a presentation that they would be interested in using for their students. So it would just save them from having to come up with one additional lesson. If you need help with that, feel free to give me a call or email. That is not due until next week, but I wanted to go ahead and review it with you this week. So if you want to get started on it, at least be thinking about it this week, and that should give you plenty of time. And then also coming ahead is your facility redesign. Hopefully you've been working on that throughout the semester, and then also your field experience, which I hope you've been working on. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and I hope you all have a great week.